Chilly, 16 degrees out there. A couple of reminders for you this morning. Lee Summit R7 and Lakeland R3 school districts are both closed today because of the snowfall we had last night into this morning. And also Allen Village School is starting 2 hours late this morning. So a couple of school closings, one delay. Those are all posted on our website, NBCActionNews.com as well. Those road conditions this morning were a big focus with kind of slick conditions out there. Let's check in with Major Miles for a look at how things are going, Major.
Well, Jen, we've definitely had most of our problems, if not nearly all of them, on the Missouri side. Here's a look at 470 coming over from Lee Summit between 50 Highway and the Triangle, just crawling here westbound on 470. And it has been heavy since early this morning. You may be able to see there between the cars, the lanes of the interstate are clear, but folks still just kind of slowing down, leaving plenty of room. Not a bad idea. Look at, though, northbound I-35 coming inbound from Johnson County past 119th Street. That's lighter than we normally see. Without the sunshine to deal with, I-35 is bone dry, and the Kansas side has had a pretty easy drive of it. Still have some accidents scattered around on the Missouri side, southbound 169 at 9 Highway, southbound 71 at Bannister, and Woods Chapel eastbound closed at 470. Very icy conditions there on the east side. That's a check of your time-saving traffic. Chow back now with more of this morning's headlines.
All right, Major, thank you. And just a little bit of north of that, 35 northbound 119th is Sloan Heller. She is live near 35 and Johnson Drive, keeping an eye on those conditions this morning. Sloan, how's it looking where you are?
Good morning, Chow. You know, we got about a ½ an inch of snow in this part of the metro. We're in Miriam, and you can see 35 right here looking really good. It looks basically like your normal rush hour. The couple things to keep in mind, though, there could still be unexpected slick or icy spots, especially when you're looking at the ramps, the overpasses, as well as the bridges. And the other thing is, as you just said, we're at 16 degrees. Anything below 15 degrees, that treatment that all the crews spent time laying down last night and again this morning, that might not work once we get below 15. So again, even though it looks good, you still want to be aware and cautious of the unexpected slick or icy spot. We're live this morning in Miriam. Sloan Heller, NBC Action News today.
Yeah, Sloan, I like what you said during our morning newscast this morning, saying it's just not worth it, so just be safe. Lindsay Shively has a closer look at some of the more troublesome spots, those city streets, side roads. She's been on the roads all morning long, joins us via Skype. Lindsay, where are you and what are you seeing?
Hey, good morning. Look at the difference in this side street, and then we come up on this intersection, and it's totally clear. We wanted to show you because we're right by Southwest Traffic Way, just in the side streets right off of them. It's a little bit tough to stop on a dime. Definitely can't do that this morning. Look at this, though. The streets look wet if you didn't know better, because obviously it's cold enough outside that that's just this glaze that has settled over them. And if you're on these main roads, it is a lot easier to get around. But on Southwest Traffic Way and these other roads like in Midtown that all of a sudden go down these steep hills, that's where you want to be really, really careful, because that's definitely a trouble spot for people, because they cannot slow down. And all of a sudden, if somebody in front of you slams on their brakes, you're already in trouble. So one of those days where we didn't get a lot of snow, so people might not think they need to be as careful as they do. Be cautious this morning. A lot of the streets are dry, but there are slick spots everywhere. Be careful because they come at you pretty quickly. We're live, Lindsay Shively, NBC Action News.
All right, good advice there, Lindsay. Thank you for that. Checking in now with Sky Tracker above the scene here at 169 and 9 Highway. Captain Greg Borden up in the air. Captain Greg, what seems to be going on here?
Hey, Christy. Good morning. This is going to be 169 southbound and right near the Briarcliff area. This is still closed. Traffic getting off onto 9 Highway. And as we look up and at the backup on this, you can see that it is all the way back to 29. So a very slow commute coming into the downtown from the Broadway extension up to I-29.
All right, Captain Greg there above the scene at 169 and 9 Highway, showing the backup as crews work to clear what looked like some cars there on the side of the road. Crews have done a pretty decent job of keeping those streets treated and those highways treated and making sure that they are drivable this morning. Wes Murray with MoDOT joins us on the phone right now. Wes, thanks for joining us. What seems to be the most troublesome spots at this point?
Well, most of our interstates and major highways are in really good shape. We are having a little bit of issue east of the metro area out in Lafayette County on I-70, but we've got trucks working that area and that. But otherwise, we're really not having any, with maybe a little bit of snow and ice buildup on some of our ramp areas would be about the only place we're really having stuff.
All right. Well, Wes Murray with MoDOT, thank you so much for joining us. And thank all those crews out there as you're heading out to drive this morning or as you're on the roadways. Thank them for doing a good job of getting those roads treated so you could drive on them this morning. The other big story, Brett, I think is that cold air. It's 16 degrees out there with a wind chill.
Yeah, wind chill right now at St. Joe is 4 below zero. You can see the accumulating snowfall is over for Kansas City. There might be a little quick dusting here in southern Miami County around Lewisburg and south of that toward Mound City. But the only thing else we're going to see today are just a couple of snow flurries and, of course, the very cold air and the bitterly biting winds. 17 downtown, wind chill value again downtown probably sitting in the single digits. In fact, it is. It's down to 2 with a gusty northwest wind. So very cold air, 25 today. Even the wind chills this afternoon are only going to be about 5 to 10 above, with these northwest winds at 20 to 30 miles an hour this afternoon. Tonight, coldest night of the year, down to 9. Tomorrow, 32. Then we're up to 45 on Saturday and low 50s on Sunday. So we'll thaw out a little bit after this deep freeze. But there's another shot of cold air coming in the early part of next week. We'll have an update on the forecast coming up on the midday. Jow.
All right. Thanks, Brett.